Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Today we have Democrats on the Financial Services Committee here where we have gathered on the House floor to talk about the Export-Import Bank, which supports hundreds of thousands of jobs and levels the playing field so that American businesses, large and small, can compete successfully in the global markets. Tomorrow, Speaker Boehner and the Republican leadership will leave town for a 5-week congressional recess, and legislation to renew the Export-Import Bank hasn't even seen a vote in our committee. When we return in September, there will be just 10 legislative days to renew the bank before its charter lapses on September 30th. This ideological push to abolish the Ex-Im Bank is an irrational crusade to destroy an agency that supports hundreds of thousands of jobs and propels economic recovery without costing taxpayers a dime. The result could be the end of an institution that over the past 5 years has supported 1.2 million private sector American jobs and over 200,000 jobs last year alone. Additionally, the Ex-Im Bank reduced our national deficit by returning over $1 billion to taxpayers last year alone through interest and fees. Still, critics of the bank say it is a risk to taxpayers, that it picks winners and losers, and that it interferes in the free market and therefore creates a less efficient economy. And for all of those reasons, it should be abolished, they say. But first, let me say, this notion that there's such a thing as pure free enterprise that, if left to its own devices, would flourish with total efficiency and self-discipline and allocate resources and spread risks in such a way that accrues to the benefit of everyone in society. This notion of just pure free enterprise simply doesn't exist. In fact, I thought one of the lessons we learned from the recent financial crisis is that markets must be embedded in systems of governance. The idea that markets are self-correcting, many of us thought, had received a mortal blow. Regardless of the outcome, Republicans have already created uncertainty for thousands of American companies trying to compete against businesses in China, Korea, and across Europe, all of which have their own version of the Ex-Im Bank. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to enter into the record a letter from Mr. Steve Wilburn, who is the CEO of the green energy company, Firm Green, who lost $57 million in contracts because of uncertainty surrounding the future of the Ex-Im Bank. At this time and before sharing this information with you, I'd like to yield to the gentlelady from Ohio